Record-breaking Melissa tears through the Caribbean, leaving Jamaica underwater and the Bahamas bracing for impact. Tonight on our news, families in the southern Bahamas on the move. Dozens evacuated to the capital for safety. Plus, from Dorian to Melissa, Bahamians who endured one of the darkest chapters in our history now find themselves in the path of yet another record-breaking storm. Then in our news at 7:30.
Our news is here on the ground in Exuma, where residents are preparing for Hurricane Melissa. Today I stopped to grocery stores, gas stations, and homes where residents are preparing. Stay tuned to our news tonight for more details.
Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. Hurricane Melissa, now a record-breaking Category 5 monster, tearing through the Caribbean tonight. In Jamaica, homes flooded, power lines down, and entire communities underwater. Now the southeastern Bahamas next in line. Melissa is bearing down with unprecedented force, and emergency teams here at home on high alert. The Disaster Risk Management Agency canceling a briefing that was expected to happen earlier this evening to focus on evacuating residents in Michael and Ragged Island. We've got team coverage across the region tonight. Joshua Williams, he's live in Exuma. Delvado Emmanuel with evacuees here in New Providence. We'll come to you in just a bit, Josh, but I want to begin with Delvado. And Delvado, I know you spent the morning at Lyndon Pinning International Airport's domestic terminal, and you saw evacuees arrive. Yeah?
Yes, Candino. Right now, I'm currently in the Providence Community Center where majority of those evacuees are. Now, I'm standing outside of the gate. Of course, we cannot go in due to security reasons. But fortunately enough, as you said, I was at the LPIA today where I spoke to some of those residents, pardon me, and take a look.
Flights carrying evacuees from southern Bahamas continued arriving in the capital today as Hurricane Melissa, a dangerous Category 5 storm, moves closer to the region. The evacuation flight came after Prime Minister Philip Davis issued a mandatory evacuation order for residents in the islands of Inagua, Auckland's Crooked Island, Mayagona, and Ragged Island. I staked out at the domestic terminal of Lyndon Pinland International Airport for most of the morning, where residents from those islands arrived. Among those arriving this morning was Willa Mae Bridgewater.
It all seemed to be well, but we taking instructions from those persons in authority for safety purposes. So myself and family members are all on the flight.
Another evacuee was Shane Wilson. He's lived and worked in Inagua for decades, and he says the memory of Hurricane Ike convinced him not to risk staying behind.
We had to come out of our house, in the shelter. We had to come out of the shelter, go in the church, come out one part of the church, go in the next part of the church. It was rough.
So that made you all that?
Yeah, at this time. And I actually worked for BTC, but I couldn't stay. I closed that up and I get out.
Member of Parliament for Michael, Basil McIntosh, says local administrators have been preparing for days.
They are doing the best they can. The administrators, they prepared the people the best they can by telling them to get ready and the possibility that they would have to be evacuated.
Coordinating the large-scale evacuation is the Disaster Risk Management Authority, working alongside Bahamas Air and several international partners. DRM Executive Chairman Alex Storr says the goal is to get every willing resident to safety before conditions worsen. Storr adds the evacuees are first being processed at the Kendall G. Elias Gymnasium before being sent to shelters such as the New Providence Community Center or collected by relatives in New Providence.
The goal, I think we had a list of somewhere around 1,400 people. That may have grown since then, but we're trying to get each and everybody out of the islands.
And not from Inagua and?
Inagua, Crooked Island, Ragged Island, Mayagona, and any of the southern islands as the shift changed.
Now, Candino, this shelter will remain open until the all clear is given. Officials from DRM says they will facilitate departure back to their home city, rather. Now, I can tell you, we were here from shortly after 6 o'clock, and those buses from the airport are still coming in. In the meantime, we will continue to watch Hurricane Melissa. From the Providence Community Center, sending it back to you, Candino.
All right, thanks so much. Our Delvado Emmanuel reporting outside New Providence Community Center tonight. And we'll be checking in with our Joshua Williams, who is in Exuma, in just a bit. But before we go there, Bahamian survivors of Hurricane Dorian now staring down Melissa. And this time, it's the most powerful of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Among them are Bahamians in Jamaica riding out the Category 5 system that's become the strongest ever to slam that island. But back in 2019, Dorian became the most intense tropical cyclone on record to strike the Bahamas. The catastrophic storm etched into national memory, and now, 6 years later, some of those same faces are reliving the fear all over again, including former Foreign Affairs Minister and current FNM Senator Darren Henfield, who is in Jamaica for his brother's wedding. Henfield weathered Dorian as Member of Parliament for North Abaco under the Minnis administration.
Of course, there are people here who experience Dorian from the Bahamians and from Abaco. And we're managing okay. The hotel has given us their assurance. We have assured each other. We are packed. We packed our overnight bags in case we have to move at short notice with all of our important documents and medications. So we're prepared, and we've done all the preparations that we can, and we are praying. We're praying for the best, but we're prepared for the worst.
And speaking of preparing for the worst, Henfield says Dorian left some valuable lessons.
As a trained military officer, we have, sort of a reflex, master reflex action to what we face and what we have to deal with. Dorian gave us a tremendous amount of experience that we could apply to any event such as Dorian in the future. And so happens we happen to be in Jamaica at a time when Melissa is coming and pegged to be the biggest one to ever hit Jamaica in its history.
And family of all murder victims, President Candy Gibson, also among dozens of Bahamians attending Henfield's brother's wedding in Jamaica, now riding out Hurricane Melissa at a Montego Bay hotel. She told our news conditions worsened quickly as the storm hit, forcing her and nearly 60 other Bahamians to shelter in place. Gibson says they've stayed in touch with Bahamian officials and are leaning on each other for support.
Jesus saw the waves and he told the waves, "Peace, be still." The psalmist said, if we hold on to Jesus, we can ride out the storm. And so Bahamians sticking together and all of us coming together with a strategic hurricane disaster readiness plan was our main goal. We had a meeting on the way forward, what to do and what not to do. And so continue keeping us in prayer as we continue keeping those back home in prayer.
All right, and while those Bahamians abroad hunkering down in Jamaica, officials back home in Exuma busy managing storm preparations and an influx of evacuees from the southern Bahamas. Plane after plane arrived throughout the day, with Exuma serving as a key hub to get families safely to the capital. Joshua Williams, he's there. And Josh, just what have you been seeing on the ground?
Good evening, Kendino. Well, we're here in Georgetown, Exuma. Myself, my cameraman Darnell, and the Mosquitoes, who are certainly happy to have us. And we flew in very early this morning, just after 7. We immediately got to work. We went all the way down to Little Exuma in Williamstown. We spoke to residents who were putting up shutters. We visited the local school. We spoke to community leaders. And as you said, the island administrator, chief counselor, had their hands full. Not only were they preparing their island for the storm, they had to deal with an influx of evacuees coming in from Inagua, Auckland, and Ragged Island temporarily as they stopped on their way to Nassau. Of course, you'll hear more about that in the 7:30 newscast. But what I can tell you, Kendino, is that these residents are taking it seriously. Although the exact path of the storm is still residents still unsure of that right now. They're not taking any chances. They are preparing, and of course, you'll hear from them more in our 7:30 newscast, Kendino.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. We'll check in with you then. And now to the Weather Center, where meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by with the latest on Melissa's path. And Greg, Melissa's strength, we were talking about it, got all the way up to 185 miles per hour.
Yep, 185 miles per hour, very powerful.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic,
right? Yeah.
And seeing some of the videos or the posts on social media, and they have some serious issues they're going to have to be dealing with. Massive flooding, catastrophic flooding, as you mentioned, as well as some strong battering waves and some storm surge. But that system is moving across the area. It's weakened somewhat now. The 5 p.m. position places Melissa at 18.5 degrees north, 77.7 west. Its winds are down to 145 miles per hour. Its movement has basically picked up a little bit in speed, 8 miles per hour, and is headed towards the north-northeast. We eventually expect the system to make that turn more towards the northeast. Right now, the core of the system is moving off of Jamaica, but they still have some of that wraparound showers and thunderstorms with the system continuing to batter Jamaica. It's going to be moving into eastern Cuba by tomorrow morning, just after midnight, as a Category 4 system. Moving into the southeast and central Bahamas as a Category 3. We were seeing some of the models keeping this at a Category 2 or weakening to a Category 2. But it looks as though it's still going to remain a potent system moving through the central and southeast Bahamas. So once again, we're going to see some increasing conditions go downhill. And eventually the system will race out towards the north, likely to move out of our area rather quickly. And that system will just move away. Nice conditions expected for the weekend, but we have to go through the next 24 hours. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. We'll tell you more about Melissa later on in the newscast.
Coming up in sports, national basketball team players were all over the association schedule last night. There were 4 of them, I promise.
Fill up box for all $30.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio, or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business Bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with Bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. We know, it's only been a week, and we always root for the home team. We believe objective journalism is overrated, but that doesn't make us wrong. What's happening in Philly right now is special. Rookie sensation VJ Edgecombe, the vet Eric Gordon, and the Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 136-124 last night. Edgecombe had another amazing stat line, 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. He became the first guard in NBA history to average at least 25 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists over his first 3 NBA games. Gordon made his season debut with 8 points in just 11 minutes off the bench. He shot 3 for 4 from the field, including 2 for 3 from beyond the arc.
There was even more action on the court in a busy Monday night for Bahamians across the NBA. Aiden was a bright spot for the Los Angeles Lakers despite a 122-108 loss to his former team, the Portland Trail Blazers. On the West Coast, Buddy Hield and the Golden State Warriors continued their strong start to the season with a 131-118 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. It was a rough night for Dallas for Klay Thompson and the Mavericks against the defending champs. Thompson hit a pair of threes and finished with 8 points in the Mavs' 101-94 loss to the Thunder.
It's been a long journey to Division I basketball for Paul Green, and you can tell from his debut he plans to make the most of it. Green scored 10 points for his UMBC Retrievers, and they narrowly fell to the Maryland Terrapins 82-81 in exhibition play at the Xfinity Center in Maryland. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as Cubans move to a shelter as Hurricane Melissa approaches. This as Starlink offers a tech line for storm-hit islands. We'll tell you the free internet for Jamaica and the Bahamas. Plus, the U.S. steps up its anti-drug campaign in the Eastern Pacific. But why critics say Washington's actions may have crossed the line. When our news returns.
Catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week, where I'm taking you all over the world to about 20 different countries, all in one show, right here at the International Culture Wine and Food Festival.
Welcome to Ghana. Alice Bahama. This is the festival. People say that they see people that they don't see all year. They see them here.
It's the Charlie Bahama new season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
South Africa!
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Candino Nodes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the R News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively.
This is our news. Welcome back. A tragic scene in the Garden Hills community this morning. A man in his early 30s found dead after a family member reportedly discovered him hanging inside their Chenille Street home around 6:30 a.m. Police and EMS, they were called to the scene shortly after the discovery. Inspector Gerard Culmer of Royal Bahamas Police Force's Public Affairs Division shared the details at the scene.
As a result, the police responded. EMS also responded. EMS began life-saving initiatives trying to resuscitate the victim. However, negative results. The Madam Coroner also appeared on scene and she confirmed that the male was deceased. This is at the initial phase of the investigation. Therefore, we classify it as an alleged suicide because we still have the investigation to make sure that that is the case.
And Prime Minister Philip Davis finally giving the strongest hint about when Bahamians will head to the polls. Speaking at the Progressive Liberal Party's Southwest Link-Up at Golden Gates Park, Davis told supporters the next general election will be held a little less than a year from now. While he stopped short of naming a date, the Prime Minister said the exact timing will depend on a few key factors.
The next election, now that coming a little less than a year from now. It's about whether we keep moving forward or we fall backward. Whether the country finally has an economy that creates enough good opportunities for our people, or will we return to the status quo, where too many people get left out.
All right, we turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Eastern Cuba on high alert tonight as Hurricane Melissa churns toward the island after battering Jamaica. The U.S. National Hurricane Center calls Melissa catastrophic, expecting it to move across eastern Cuba late Tuesday before heading towards the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos by Wednesday. Cuban officials have evacuated more than 500,000 people and closed schools across the eastern provinces. This as Hurricane Melissa churns across the Caribbean, Starlink stepping in to keep the region connected. The company announced on X that its internet service is now free through the end of November for those impacted in Jamaica and the Bahamas to help with response and recovery efforts. The offer applies to new and existing users, including those with paused or suspended accounts who will automatically receive credits. And the U.S. military has carried out its deadliest day yet in its escalating campaign against drug trafficking in the Eastern Pacific, killing 14 people in a series of strikes on 4 boats off the coast of Colombia. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirming the attack, saying the vessels were known to be moving along narco-trafficking routes. The strikes left 1 survivor, but the operation has drawn sharp criticism from Mexico and Colombia. Both countries say the Trump administration's actions violates international law and risks destabilizing the region. The Pentagon says the campaign will continue the strikes, bringing the death toll from a 2-month operation to at least 57 people. And Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro says his country has deployed more than 5,000 IGIAS air defense systems across strategic locations, calling them crucial to safeguarding Venezuela's peace and stability. Maduro made the announcement during a recent televised address as the United States stepped up military strikes against suspected drug smugglers in the Caribbean and Pacific. The Trump administration says the moves are part of an expanded counter-narcotics campaign, but Maduro calling the strikes a violation of Venezuela's sovereignty. Still to come on our news, Today in History, find out interesting facts about the day that was October 28th. Then in our news at 7:30.
Our news is here on the ground in Exuma, where residents are preparing for Hurricane Melissa. Today I stopped to grocery stores, gas stations, and homes where residents are preparing. Stay tuned to our news tonight for more details.
And we're learning more about the newborn baby found abandoned in the Marshall Road area. Police confirming he's in good condition and recovering in hospital. The search for his mother continues when our news returns.
Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and a live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business Bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS.
In Bahamian history, in 1717, the proprietary government of the Bahamas came to an end as the Lords Proprietors handed control over to the British Crown. That paved the way for Governor Woodes Rogers to restore order the following year after a turbulent era of piracy. Fast forward to 1875, when Barbadian tailor teacher and social activist was born. After moving to Nassau, he became a leading voice for education and helped lay the groundwork for what we know as Government High School. And in 1988, the Bahamas Institute of Chartered Accountants joined the regional body, strengthening standards across the Caribbean. To learn more about the events that shaped the day that was October 28th, be sure and head over to rnews.bs. And if you want to watch that historical recap again, and for all of today's top stories, remember that you can visit rnews.bs. All right, that's going to do it for us in News at 7. Up now, Natalia Hall. She's got the latest headlines. Natalia?
Thanks so much, Candino. Coming up, we're still tracking Hurricane Melissa as it moves through the Caribbean and the Progressive Liberal Party gearing up for the upcoming by-election. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our news, live at 7:30, a record-breaking monster storm is ripping through the Caribbean, flooding Jamaica and knocking down power lines. Now the southeastern Bahamas braces for a direct hit as emergency teams go on high alert. Also, government shelters are filling up as residents flee the southern islands ahead of Melissa's arrival. Plus, with Melissa set to move through the southeastern Bahamas within 24 hours, Exuma residents are boarding up and preparing for impact. Our Joshua Williams is on the ground, and later, a shocking discovery on Marshall Road, a newborn found abandoned in bushes, now in hospital and in good condition. The story when our news live at 7:30 returns.
How you look so down? Set up all cold and flu. Could flip that frown. All the coughing and that running nose cannot last. You must come back to work and class. Set up all can deal with that fast, yeah. Try set up all cold and flu. Daytime and nighttime too. Try Cetamol, cold and flu, and get back to the better you. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Distributed by Lowe's Wholesale Drug Agencies Limited.
Tired of weak, over-the-counter bug sprays? Step up your pest control game with professional-grade products from the Struckham Shop. From powerful insecticides to trusted gel baits and termiticides, we supply the same products used by Struckham Commercial Pest Services, now available for DIY homeowners and small pest control pros. Whether you're protecting your home or building your business, get the edge with the Struckham Shop.
To catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week, where I'm taking you all over the world to about 20 different countries, all in one show, right here at the International Culture Wine and Food Festival.
Welcome to Ghana.
This is the festival. People say that they see people that they don't see all year. They see them here.
It's the Charlie Bahama news season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
South Africa!
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
My name is Exuma Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Well, topping news tonight, record-breaking Hurricane Melissa is tearing through the Caribbean tonight. A Category 5 beast leaving a trail of destruction. In Jamaica, some communities are underwater. Power poles are down as the storm continues to move through the island. And now the southeastern Bahamas is bracing for impact. Melissa is charging towards the islands with unprecedented force, and emergency teams are on high alert. The Disaster Risk Management Agency, or authority rather, canceling a briefing that was expected to happen earlier this evening to focus on evacuating residents in Ragged Island and the southeastern Bahamas. While conditions in Jamaica have deteriorated after Tropical Storm Melissa made landfall in St. Elizabeth earlier today, the parish has been battered for hours with reports of severe flooding, downed trees, and widespread power outages. Westmoreland is also taking a hard hit tonight. Head of news at TVJ in Jamaica, Milton Walker, says many residents have already lost roofs. And while there is no deaths directly from the storm so far, according to Walker, 3 people died before the system made landfall, including 1 person electrocuted and another hit by a falling tree while preparing. He shares one of the stories from a resident in Westmoreland.
We did speak to a woman who lives in a town called Bluefields, and she said it was devastated. She said the horrible winds started around 8 o'clock this morning, and she had seen roofs in her neighborhood being taken off. In that parish, they have this, what they call chapel houses, which are small wooden houses, and they're, just put down on blocks, and they can be taken up and put on a flatbed trailer and be taken somewhere else. And she said that one of those houses in her area, the storm just lifted up and tossed it away.
Walker says in Kingston, where their television station is located, conditions aren't as extreme, but heavy winds continue. He says during a press conference earlier, government officials confirmed 240,000 people are without power, mostly in St. James, St. Elizabeth, and Manchester. Residents were warned to stay indoors even if the eye passes over their area. Walker says Jamaicans took Melissa seriously, calling it the most significant storm they've faced since Hurricane Gilbert in 1988.
We've been hearing about this for days from last week. In fact, most people thought it would have come on the weekend, Friday into Saturday, and persons that stocked up on food and water, and it ran, what they bought ran out, and they had to go back out and buy more stuff because the times shifted. The information we have that it was 185 miles per hour winds that the storm is packing. That's massive, but we've never ever had anything like that.
Well, here at home, as government continues to facilitate evacuees from the southern islands, the New Providence Community Center is one of 7 shelters government is utilizing. Evacuation flights were provided for those residents as Hurricane Melissa is set to make direct impact with the southern Bahamas in the coming days. When we spoke to NPCC's Facility Center Director Uriel Adderley earlier today, he said 70 people were in the shelter at the time.
Right now, we have the Disaster Risk Management is responsible for the entire process, along with the Bahamas Defense Force, Social Service, and my staff. We are now accommodating some 70 plus persons right now. I can't say for sure if there'll be any more coming, but the idea is to accommodate some 100 plus.
Now, this isn't the first time the center has opened its doors in times of need. They also served as a shelter following Hurricane Irma in 2017. Following evacuations from the southern Bahamas, Adderley says it's a part of their mandate.
One part of our mission as a church institution is to make our facility available, particularly in the event of disaster, in the case of what's happening right now. We've been doing this now for more than 20 plus years.
And while government officials in Exuma had their hands full dealing with storm preparations, they had to deal with evacuees coming in from the southern Bahamas. Planes loaded up with evacuees arriving throughout the day, using Exuma as a hub, trying to get them safely to the capital. At the airport was Island Administrator Christian Palacios.
We currently have a jet on the airport that would have brought some persons in from Auckland and Inagua, and we're receiving persons from Ragged Island as we speak. We had about 59 persons coming in from Auckland and Inagua, and there are currently 41 persons scheduled to be evacuated from Ragged Island. We received the first 7 persons just a while ago.
The Department of Social Services also present, assisting evacuees with food and other items. Chief Counselor Glenn Davis says this is just another reminder to take the storm seriously.
We have managers for the shelters. We have our rescue team along with the managers at the shelters. So we're trying to be prepared the best we can in the event of the storm passes our way. Take this warning seriously, because once the storm is here, there's no time to prepare. So don't get caught during the storm trying to prepare, because it makes no sense.
All right, good advice. And our Joshua Williams joins us live in Exuma, where he spent the day speaking to residents who are preparing for the storm. Josh, a busy day down in Exuma. What can you tell us?
Good evening, Italia. As Mr. Davis says, once the storm is here, there's no time to prepare. And for the afternoon heading into the evening, the rain has been on and off, but that didn't stop residents from going out, going to the stores, going to the gas stations, helping each other out in the neighborhoods to get ready for Hurricane Melissa that's just tearing through the Caribbean right now. While it felt like a regular day in Exuma, residents were hard at work preparing for Hurricane Melissa. The powerful Category 5 storm battered Jamaica with catastrophic winds, heavy downpours, and record-breaking storm surges. It's forecasted that the system will move into Bahamian territory sometime on Wednesday. My cameraman Darnell and I traveled across Exuma today, where we spoke to residents who say they're not taking this storm for granted. One of them hitched a ride with us.
Batten, you're up, the house is up. Me and my friends, then we get together. Just go door to door and help them out.
And that's just what we saw. Homes boarded up, plazas shuttered, and residents putting away outdoor furniture. Christelle Swan is a teacher at Little Exuma Primary School. She says one of her biggest concerns is flooding. We met her securing a classroom.
I'm not sure what to expect based on what I've seen. There was a lot of water beats in the windows, so just want to have these things covered.
Charles Stiles has been a fisherman for years. He told me he's learned to rely on technology to properly predict the weather.
And I go to all the old people in the community, well, two of my aunts and a couple other ones, and I let them know that, hey, this is what you're going to get.
And the rush was on for last-minute shoppers. Gas stations and food stores were packed with shoppers and motorists. Exuma Market store manager Freddie Duncombe says they were prepared for the last-minute rush.
Right now, the boats are being running behind. We're actually not getting everything what we need, but we have sufficient product to last for the next 2 weeks for the demand of everybody on this island right now.
Residents say Melissa's path reminds them of Hurricane Lily back in 1996, the Category 3 storm that slammed portions of Cuba and the Bahamas, tearing off roofs, destroying farm fields, and disrupting communications across the Bahamas, calling it the worst they have ever seen. 65-year-old Margarita Sayers has lived in Exuma all her life. Sayers says she's holding on to her faith.
I know God gonna keep us. He gonna protect us. He ain't gonna let nothing go wrong with us. And that is my faith, my hope, and my trust is in God.
Not only trusting in God, but trusting in the preparations they would have made. Now, right now, I'm standing outside of the Island Administrator's office. It's empty right now as officials are now at the Island Command Center preparing to open that facility for the evening for those residents that may want to start coming in this evening. We invite you to stay tuned to our news social media pages where we'll have more information as the night goes on. Italia.
All right, Josh, great reporting. Continue to stay safe. You and Darnell, the cameraman. Our Joshua Williams reporting live from Exuma tonight. And meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with the latest on Hurricane Melissa. Greg, things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah, slammed into Jamaica, 185 mile-per-hour winds. That's what it was when it came ashore. And looking at some of the social media videos, it's bad, especially on the western side of the island where the eye wall came ashore. But Melissa has weakened somewhat. It's still a very powerful storm. It's at a Category 4 storm right now. 5 p.m. position, 18.5 degrees north, 77.7 west. It's up to 145 mile per hour winds, and it's moving towards the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. We expect the system to turn more towards the northeast. Now, Melissa has its sight on southeast Cuba. It's going to be bringing some showers and thunderstorms here, but a lot of that moisture is now spreading into the central and southeast Bahamas. Hurricane conditions expected, and of course, the Turks and Caicos Islands, tropical storm conditions down there. So hunker down. We're going to have to go through this through tomorrow, and I expect the system to get out of our area pretty quickly. That's a quick check on Melissa. We'll tell you more about this and your extended forecast still to come.
Still to come in our news, a newborn found abandoned in bushes is now in hospital and in good condition. The story coming up. Also, an American businessman caught with 14 guns and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition dodges prison time. We have courtroom details straight ahead. And later, with the by-election just weeks away, PLP hopeful Darren Pickstock insists he's the best man for the job. That's all coming up when our news returns.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trevor Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited
Police say the baby boy found by a passerby Monday morning in the Marshall Road area is in good condition tonight. The infant was found abandoned in the Marshall land and bushes and still conscious. He was rushed to hospital from the scene. Eyewitness accounts say it appeared he was only a few hours old. Luckily, it was this man, a Charo Gator, who heard the cries of the newborn and went to investigate. He was on his usual morning walk when he heard the sounds. More than 24 hours later, police have yet to report any new information on locating the mother or who may have left the child there. Gator telling our news reporter Delvado Emmanuel yesterday the area is frequented by wild dogs and rising water, which could have ended tragically for the hours-old infant. A white American businessman who was caught with 14 guns and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition on his yacht has avoided 6 years in prison by paying a $1.4 million fine. James Finkel, the CEO of security company Shadow 300 LLC, paid the money in accordance with a plea deal sanctioned by the DPP. Magistrate Lennox Colby Sr. ordered the return of the 62-year-old's 126-foot yacht pursuant to the agreement. Finkel, a gun enthusiast, was arrested in Bimini on October 21st after police and customs officers found a cache of guns and ammunition during a search of a safe and closet on the pleasure craft, which was moored at Resorts World Bimini. According to defense lawyer Paco Deal, Finkel suffered from memory loss and heart disease. Well, the Golden Isles by-election is just under a month away, and candidates for the Progressive Liberal Party, Free National Movement, and Coalition of Independents have been campaigning in that community. But PLP candidate Darren Pistock told party supporters last night that he's the only man for the job. The Golden Isles seat became vacant after the sudden passing of Member of Parliament Vaughan Miller in late September. Nomination day is set for this Friday, and the by-election is scheduled for November 24th. While it's still unclear if the Free National Movement will contest the upcoming election, the party ratified Brian Brown earlier this year. He's been a staple in the community since 2011. He even contested the 2021 general election. The COI has selected Brian Roll as its candidate, but last week Prime Minister Philip Davis said it's important that the Golden Isles remain gold. Last night, Pistock made his case to become the next Golden Isles Member of Parliament at the party's Southwest Link-Up that was held on the Golden Gates Park.
The people want someone who can get things done. And tonight, I want to be clear, very clear with you. I am the only person in this race who, if given a chance, can do the job. I am the only person that can do that job and get things done. The people want and need a man of action, PLPs, and a man of action with purpose, PLPs, so that when the people speak, they can rest assured that decisive action will follow.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, gotta love the energy the Sixers are bringing to Philly. It's like the state property era all over again. That was fun. We tap in with other Bahamians around the association and the D1 debut for Paul Green.
More than 20.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt into Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy?
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show.
We know, it's only been a week, and we always root for the home team. We believe objective journalism is overrated, but that doesn't make us wrong. What's happening in Philly right now is special. Rookie sensation VJ Edgecombe, the vet Eric Gordon, and the Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Orlando Magic 136-124 last night. Edgecombe had another amazing stat line, 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. He became the first guard in NBA history to average at least 25 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists over his first 3 NBA games. Gordon made his season debut with 8 points in just 11 minutes off the bench. He shot 3 for 4 from the field, including 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. After a disappointing 24-25 campaign that left the team near the bottom of the standings, Philly has opened up this season with a 3-0 record, the team's best start since 2019.
I mean, listen, I think that, again, VJ, everybody it's not that surprising to me. I think he's this good. Right? I think he's this good, and I thought it right away. And he's, like I said, from the day we drafted him, he was where we asked him to be all summer long, every single day, and that was working. And he's got a tremendous engine to work every day.
There was even more action on the court in a busy Monday night for Bahamians across the NBA. Aiden was a bright spot for the Los Angeles Lakers despite a 122-108 loss to his former team, the Portland Trail Blazers. He finished with 16 points and 8 rebounds in 35 minutes, shooting 8 from 15 from the field. On the West Coast, Buddy Hield and the Golden State Warriors continued their strong start to the season with a 131-118 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Hield, however, had another slow scoring night with just 5 points on 2 for 7 shooting, 0 from 5 from 3 in 18 minutes. It was a rough night for Dallas for Klay Thompson and the Mavericks against the defending champs. Thompson hit a pair of threes and finished with 8 points in the Mavs' 101-94 loss to the Thunder.
It's been a long journey to Division I basketball for Paul Green, and you can tell from his debut he plans to make the most of it. Green scored 10 points for his UMBC Retrievers, and they narrowly fell to the Maryland Terrapins 82-81 in exhibition play at the Xfinity Center in Maryland. Green was one of 6 UMBC players in double figures, and they led late before a 3 in the final minute lifted Maryland to the win. UMBC will open their regular season on November 4th against Penn State York. Green began his career at Chipola Junior College, where he helped them to become JUCO national title contenders. Then he moved on to Division II with Southern New Hampshire University, where he was a Northeast 10 Conference second team selection and tournament MVP. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. So first pitch should be about now, but it feels like Dodgers and Blue Jays have been playing for 24 hours straight.
Reminds me of when we were at Carifta.
Did we work for 24 hours straight?
Of course.
Yeah, we did. Back to the studio.
When our news comes back from the break, we're still keeping a close eye on Hurricane Melissa. Greg is back with your extended forecast when our news continues. Stay with us.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business Bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
This is our news. Welcome back. Continuing to track still powerful hurricane actually, Melissa, which is basically moving just offshore the Jamaican area. The current position places that system at 5 p.m., 18.5 degrees north, 77.7 degrees west. It's going to continue to move towards the northeast at 8 miles per hour. The system will continue to move across the eastern portion of Cuba over the next couple of hours. We expect that system to be in the southeast Bahamas by tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms, hurricane conditions for that area. So the central and southeast Bahamas, hunker down. We're going to start to see those conditions spread across tonight and continuing through tomorrow with some very strong winds. The impacts from the system, rainfall amounts of anywhere from 5 to 8 inches expected across that area. So we see some flooding possible across the central and southeastern portions of the island. Some of those will present some problems. Storm surge will also be a concern, the northern shore of eastern Cuba, but Inagua, southeast Bahamas, into the central Bahamas. Showers and thunderstorms will continue to plague that area as well as those swells. And as I mentioned, that will stay in that location. Hurricane conditions, mainly for the central and southeast Bahamas, but we're asking you boaters in the northwest Bahamas to remain in port. High risk of rip currents. Those winds will be switching out of the north to northeast, 15 to 20 knots. They will be gusting high at times. Seas will be running 3 to 6 feet, but they will be building up to 10 feet in the Atlantic side as that system makes some northeasterly winds sweep up some of that water. Present tide is at 7:44 tonight. Low tide, high tide takes place at 1:32 in the morning. Central and southeast Bahamas, as I mentioned, tropical storm and hurricane conditions expected for your area. So just hunker down. Tropical storm force winds and very, very rough seas expected across those areas as Melissa continues to move into our area. So continue to listen to the updates on Melissa as it moves through our area tomorrow. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, we will keep some isolated showers across the northwest Bahamas, but the central and southeast Bahamas will continue to see those showers and thunderstorms increase tonight to tomorrow. Hurricane conditions once again for those areas. Tropical storm conditions for the Turks and Caicos Islands. But those temperatures will stay in the low 80s due to the cloud mass, and of course those nighttime temperatures will be very comfortable into the 70s. Once again, continue to listen to the updates on Melissa through tomorrow. That's a look at our weather. Have a great night, everybody.
And just before Greg, I just wanted to know, when can we start to feel some effects here in the southeastern Bahamas?
Well, showers and thunderstorms are now spreading into the southeast Bahamas as we speak, and those rain bands will be increasing as it goes through the night. Tomorrow, most of the central and southeast Bahamas will be under those conditions, so we're asking you once again to continue to stay safe and stay put as the system continues to track through our areas. We will get some showers in the northwest Bahamas, but the bulk of it should stay in the central and southeastern islands.
And it seems as if the storm it picked up a bit in terms of speed.
Yes.
At one point it was like 0 miles per hour. Yeah.
That's a good thing. We don't like the storms to hang around too long. The system will move through our area pretty quick, so it should be out of our area by Thursday. Once again, the conditions will continue to persist through that time frame. So make sure you stay safe.
Stay safe. That's the word of the day. Thanks so much for that update, Greg. And be sure to stay tuned to our social media pages for the latest updates on Hurricane Melissa. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok as Our News Bahamas. Also follow our WhatsApp channel as we continue to track this mega storm. With that, we thank you so much for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening and stay safe, Bahamas.